Welcome back to another episode of the Good Vibrations Only podcast. Woo! If you're ready to sponsor us, right over here, the logo can be right over here. Very supportive,
Sponsor
them now.
Yeah,
Don't
what
need to
you
know who
waiting
we
for?
are.
I'm so
Right
thirsty.
now.
We're very
Sugar
thirsty. Okay, today we have some of the beautiful guys from a local dance crew called SGD, but we
That's
will let them introduce themselves as well. So really quickly, could you guys each introduce yourself, your name, where you guys are from, what you do, briefly lah, okay?
Cool.
Take it away.
Right.
What's up, guys? I'm Ryan. I teach at Legacy, Recognize, and I'm from SGD.
Let's go. Pew, 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 pew.
Wait, that's all? Oh, okay, cool. Hi guys, my name is Sebastian. I teach at Legacy most of the time, and yeah, I'm part of SGD as well. That's about it. I've been dancing for 10 years plus. Yeah. What's up, guys?
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? This is Ronnie here. I'm a freelance full-time dancer in Singapore, part of SGD as well.
That's right.
Let's go.
And we've been doing this for I think this is coming to our third or fourth year.
Yeah,
Right.
around there.
Yeah, as a crew. So we're excited to be here. Thank you. Shout out to them for
Thank you
having
so
us
much.
on.
Shout outs to
Thanks for having
SGD,
us.
man. Yo, thank you for the time.
Dancers just very different, you know, when they talk. I also can feel the groove when they talk.
feel the rhythm. 可以感觉到律动.
Hey, come on now.
All right. So in a nutshell, would you tell our audience, right, for I guess the uninformed, right? What is SGD? Like in your own words.
Boss man, take it away.
Yes.
Okay. So
Let's go.
so let's get to the one
Don't
line
worry, y'all
pitch,
can
I guess.
Y'all can look at
Yeah.
us and talk. The camera
Okay.
is not existent. Check.
Right. I
Yes,
think SGD was formed initially by Eugene and Benzo. So
Okay,
shout out to the both of them.
We'll
Yeah.
include their photos here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they actually gathered 18 of us back in 2019. So we wanted to bring their vision was to bring dancers from all over Singapore to kind of come together. So we were all from different studios, different dance clubs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it was really cool because I've never danced with anybody outside of my club before.
Okay.
Yeah, so then we came together, and through COVID, we had a restructuring. We shrunk the crew. Now we are 7 people strong, and I think that the main thing about SGD is just always making sure that we're doing our best in terms of dance. So we want to do our best to represent ourselves and never skimp on the dance quality, and from there produce as many work that inspire and captivates us as much as we can and share it out there. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And what about you guys? What is SGD for you guys?
I think, especially for SGD, we come from a lot of different kinds of studios.
Okay.
Most of us are instructors or full-time dancers. There's a very big age gap as well, I would say.
Yes.
So
From
there are some,
From
instructors.
this guy.
from OG instructors, they teach us, and we are we are his Ngee students. Back in
Let's
the
go.
day.
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah. So he sends us for competitions, and after
Nice.
national service, we kind of still danced as well. So when we joined in, we were we're instructors, but wow, we dance with such a big team of lineup,
Mm.
and that excites us. So yeah, we just want to contribute and showcase our work throughout Singapore and represent, I guess. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Ryan,
Right.
what about you?
SGD is every Friday 9 p.m. at DP.
That's
Okay.
correct.
That's the description, right?
Yeah, I think I can start off with that. I think it's really I love it because everyone is very aligned, sing together in terms of the commitment. Yeah, and just when we come together, I really appreciate it because I think even as a crew, we don't just come together to dance
Mhm.
and then without. We really put in time outside the studio, put in time outside
Hang out,
rehearsals.
bond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that is something to be acknowledged because it takes effort to do that.
100%.
Takes time and effort and energy out of our very busy and packed schedule. So I really appreciate that also. And that's why I dance with them. It's always very, very, very fun. And then I feel very at ease and can just dance, create things.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So SGD is definitely that sense of just being together to dance, to hang out, to do and create projects together. Yeah.
Okay. And then the interesting question is, what does SGD stand for? can anyone take this?
Boss
Eh,
man,
or
take
is
it
there
away.
or is there like
Okay.
a yeah?
Okay,
Let's
let's
go.
break it down. Come,
Okay.
SGD. Okay. So we had like a first crew meeting.
Mm.
This is, I want to say this is October 2019.
Okay.
There's 18 of us sitting in a circle and having no idea what to call ourselves.
It's a brainstorm session.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the first thing to get out of the way was crew name because we need to register for the competition.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I think somebody I forgot who, but somebody threw out like SGD. Then we're like, what does this stand for? It's like, how about Singapore dancers? But the funny thing is, we actually is not all Singaporean dancers. But all of us like kind of started our dance journey in Singapore.
Right.
So like Singapore is like a big part of our dance journey.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I was like, can we have like a secret meaning? So like this is not something we put it out there.
Uh-huh.
But like we are just like super good dancers.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
The mic, the sound picking. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so for us, it's just like an internal joke thing, but like I think subconsciously we do like aspire to be that.
Of course.
You know, like I mean we're not forming the crew just for shits and giggles, you know. We
Fair.
strive, we put in the work, we ran the studio when all of us are, you know, like taking money out of pockets to do projects and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
That's fair.
so we do actually want to get there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sponsor
Sponsor
them
us.
as well.
Sponsor
SGD in the link over here. Please
you.
contact them over here.
Let's go.
You're creating the
Yeah.
GoFundMe after this.
Yeah.
You can.
So just now you also mentioned you all met back in poly days, right? Like you
Oh,
were
yes.
the instructors also.
That's right.
So can y'all go slightly like deeper? Like when was this and then how did y'all meet? Like
Wow.
met each other.
I can start first.
Yeah, I guess that's the
Yes.
guy.
I was 17 years old.
Let's go. Yes, go.
It's a fun fact. You look at his context, right? My name in his context, right, is still what? Ryan Slytherin, right? And then and then
No. To be fair,
Yes.
I was his OGL. I was his OGL in
Oh.
camp. Dance camp.
freaking way back. So I was year 1 and then we joined the dance club. So it's NRA, New
Okay.
Revolving.
Shout out
Age.
to NRA, man.
Shout out.
It's been a while, man.
It's been a while. Hey.
Wait, pause. So wait, off your for NRA. Sorry to cut.
Yes,
You-
yes.
hold the
all
thought.
three of us.
Do you know because last time we had a colleague who worked with us. She was also from NRA.
Right.
She's called Xing Qing.
Xing
She's
Qing.
1990. She's 993.
Wait, then she's my senior.
Wong Xing Qing.
Oh,
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, she's our designer last time. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just ex-colleague and yeah, we
Oh, designer.
yeah.
I might need to see the face. But
Okay,
it sounds very
later we show
familiar.
you. Later we
Yeah,
show
yeah,
you. Later we show you. Okay, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan Slytherin.
Yeah.
Because
So
last time when we talked about like NRA and everything, then I mean when Ryan when you first time you came by, right? Then I was like, oh yeah, that's my junior. He's our junior from NRA. Like she recognized us. Yeah, man.
I think if you're one of the instructors that do come back to share and teach, it's more common to see you around. But in NRA, like poly days, after the 3 years you done
Yeah,
finish,
that's also true. That's
you
also
go into
true.
NS or uni. Yeah, so
That's fair.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ryan Slytherin. Yes.
yeah.
Back to the story.
Yeah, so he was my OGL.
Okay.
Like, cause it was the freshie camp, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So then it was Hogwarts themed. So got Slytherin, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, and
Ravenclaw.
Got sorting hat or
Ravenclaw.
not? Got sorting hat that sort
I
y'all
don't
into.
think
Was
so,
there
eh.
sorting hat?
It was very dancey and less Hogwartsy.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
very
okay.
dancey one. But it was like a big thing because it's
Okay.
like freshie camp. Yeah, then everyone just come together. Then I remember, freak bro, still remember the cheer is like something like that one. Like then we were like, oh, then okay, just do. Yeah. So that's when I met him.
Wait,
like, year one.
dance camp the cheers got choreo one or not?
Have.
I think have one.
Okay.
Forget got what, but have.
Okay.
Yeah, very extra one, freaking extra one. Yeah, so that's when I first met him.
Yes.
Yeah, then I remember I first met Ron was like, actually I knew him. Really, also fun fact one. I knew him even before I joined NRA.
Oh.
Yeah, and actually it's one of the reasons why I even wanted to go Nyan Poly and join NRA. Cause
Oh.
back then he was from Joyce and the Boys.
That's right, Joyce and the boys.
Hey, shout out old
JATV.
people.
In a
Let us
crew.
know what is that for the people not in the dance scene, or is it what is that?
Okay, so for Joyce and the Boys, right? At least when YouTube first came out,
Okay.
if you actually search SG dance or like Singapore dance, so they won Singapore's best dance crew, or is it something like that? SGD as well, right?
Without me.
Right.
I'm
So-
not being salty.
Hey. Oh shit.
Oh shit! Oh
It's okay.
shit!
It's okay.
So Nian for NRA, New
Yeah.
Revolving Age, Joyce and the Boys came from NRA, right?
Yes.
So the members were all from different batches.
Okay.
Terrence was the leader, right? Terrence 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
the YouTuber. Ah,
the
okay.
YouTuber and instructor at old school. Yeah, so he's technically he's my teacher when I was a freshie. So back out a bit, when he was a freshie or junior, senior,
Yes.
he was his mentor.
Yes.
You know, he's like his teacher.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
For me, it
Yes.
was Terrence and Chin. But anyways, when I was 16, 17, YouTube was a thing. So
Right.
I searched up SG dance. You know, I want to go poly, learn dance.
Mm.
The first thing I saw, wow, Joyce and the Boys, so good.
Super
I'm
good.
like, wow, I fanboy, you know. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, so good. But then when I went in, the teachers and seniors inside were so scary. I was like, huh?
Oh yes, they were, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so they inspired me to dance from videos. Yeah, I
Sick.
mean like, can say now lah. So yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Yes,
Okay, so that's roughly how you're back then. How did you come into like the picture to?
Oh, I think I'm almost like a generation ahead of them because I went into the club in 2006.
Yes.
Yeah. And prior to that, I had no dance experience. And I think over the years, so like NRA's culture within the club, right? A lot of alumni would like to go back and you know guide the juniors whenever they can, or come back for the concerts and stuff like that. So that's how I met the both of them. And I mean, within their batches, they were also like, you know, like rising stars on their own.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and it was like there were opportunities for our paths to cross. You know,
Right.
like they were probably like student choreographers and stuff like that. And usually they get paired up with like an alumni, and then we work together and stuff. So I just kind of knew of them while I was coming back. Then I see them on stage, like, oh, okay, cool. You know, these boys are doing things, and then over the years they blossom into their own people, and
Nice.
you know, like
Everyone
started having
came
their
with their
own
own lane
class
lah.
and stuff
Nice.
like that. And I'm just like a senior that was happened to be around. Yeah, I was just around to just watch them. Yeah.
That's nice. And I think also one thing I think everyone would definitely be more like curious to know is how did you guys where did interest like of dancing come from? Like when did it start? Like when do you know you're like, hey, dance is something that I want to try out?
Okay, so
for
I
each
think
of
for
you.
me it's easier because like I think the two of them very very artsy fartsy and conceptual. So for me, right, very simple. I think dance very cool. Wow, the girls also very pretty. Okay, dance.
Fair.
Very
Wait,
straight
when,
out.
when
one.
was this?
up.
Straight up.
How old you realize this fact like, oh, dance is cool?
The girl's pretty.
Yeah.
16 and 17 years old, I was like pre-poly, and I was like, hey, time to try dance, you know?
So wait, pre-poly, have you ever like
No,
bust the move? at
I
all?
started when I was in Nian.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay, sick. Alright.
I went in the auditions with full confidence and no skills. I turn one round, touch the floor. That was an actual choreo. I turn one round, I touch the floor, they're upstairs already. Then they're like, they were already standing up. Turn up, smile. I flopped the whole audition, I think. But yeah, I think the smile helped.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Small help. Yeah. That's very key.
Alright,
Nice.
the artsy fussy people, your turn.
You guys, yes.
I started dancing on an accident. So in Niam Poly,
Yes.
they have a module called Sports and Wellness,
Okay.
and I was late for the class. So the first class is where you choose.
This
the
was
sport.
in year one.
This
Poly.
is year one, second term.
Second term,
So
okay.
when I first went into Poly, I actually joined Dragon Boat for like 6 months.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I got tricked into it by my cousin. He's like, you
Okay.
gotta have a CCA in Poly. You know,
Mm.
life is very boring there. I was like,
Right.
okay, cool. It's Dragon Boat. So, okay. Then I was like, nah, this is not working for me. So I left.
Okay.
Then the second term was when we had sports and wellness, and I was late. So the only slot left was dance. And like my classmates were inside. So I was like, okay, I want to be my classmates. You know, I
Yeah.
don't want to be like weird out. So that's how I started dancing, and that's where I met the teacher of the club, Ann. Shout out Ann. Yeah,
Shout
I
out.
love you, Ann.
Boom.
Yeah. So after the whole semester ended, then I realized that I was craving for it. But I kind of bailed on all the auditions because I was scared. And after I built on the last audition, then I realized, oh, okay, you know what? I actually regretted it. So, and then I caught wind of a makeup audition.
Okay.
Then that's when I started. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a shot.
Yeah.
And somehow I made it through the auditions. Then I got into the club, and that's how I started dancing. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wait. So same thing. Prior to this year 1 term 2, this sports and wellness module.
Yeah.
Have you ever like?
Oh no, none at all. I was a taekwondo kid when I was secondary school.
Hey, wait.
Yeah.
Then wait. How did this like the deep down like
Yeah.
how you know that I want to do this? You know.
Right. Okay.
I feel like that. When is that moment that it clicked? Like,
right.
Okay.
I think when I first did sports and wellness,
yes.
something already clicked. Yeah, but I was able to like dip my toes, so I wasn't going in full.
Mm.
And even when I was dipping my toes into dance, I was like, oh, I really like this. You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, how often do you have someone that like take a PE class and go home and practice PE material? You know what I mean?
Fair. Yes.
Yeah. So that's when I know I kind of caught the bug. Yeah. And then when I went into the club, and then when I look at all my seniors, like, oh damn, okay, this shit is insane. Then right there and then I just made the decision that this thing is gonna stay in my life for a really long time, and I probably want a career out of this. Yeah, that's when I knew.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just like once I graduated,
Yeah.
my mom was like, okay, you got one shot.
Hmm.
Okay, you want to do these dance things, do.
Hmm.
But if you fail, you gotta go get a desk job.
Right.
Then I just took that one shot and ran with it. So 16 years later, I'm still doing this thing.
Let's go, man.
Yeah.
You've heard
Bro,
it
I
here,
don't-
kids.
I
Boom.
don't even know what you studied for poly. What do you study for?
Oh, my course don't even exist anymore, guys.
What is the course?
So you're
Shout outs
looking
to the
at a diploma holder for engineering informatics, which is, I guess, not relevant now anymore.
I studied audio visual tech. It fused with some FMS course as well.
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong.
So my course is not even in Ngee Poly anymore.
Oh, it's like defunct already, lah.
Yeah. They phased it out.
Interesting. And Ryan, yes. What about you? How do you get your start at like dance, and where did this?
I think is like when I was young in primary school, right?
Mm.
I was, sometimes I will always tell this story to students also.
Yes.
Is like we will always have assembly programs, like either on a Monday or Wednesday.
Okay.
Then random one, they will invite like magician or like a singer
Wow,
or whatever.
so cool. Shout out to your school. What school
Shout
is
out to my school, Northland Primary.
it? Wow, so cool. I got invited.
Yeah,
Really?
really,
Wow,
bro, really.
yeah.
Okay, but mine also have it.
Wait, what school? Shout out your school also.
Ang Mo Kio Secondary.
Oh, shout out. Oh, the green color.
Yeah, the green
Marcus
colour.
also from.
Yeah,
oh,
okay,
yeah.
Marcus, Corinne, some of the
Yeah, Corinne.
seniors.
Yeah, Corinne Day. Oh my god.
Yeah, some of the seniors dancing.
My
Okay,
school
sorry.
had no
Yeah, but-
money.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
your good budgets? Yeah. Okay.
As I grew older, I realized
Oh.
not every school is like that. They don't have
yeah.
budget.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Then and at that point of time also, all my friends around me, they very into High School Musical.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Then very wholesome one.
Sorry.
Yes, yeah. It was the shit, like we really loved
That's
it.
what made you start dancing.
No, it's just a lot of influence of that. Then very wholesome one. We will
Oh.
like go to a friend's house. The mom will cook nuggets, and then we watch High School Musical.
Shout out to
and
friend's
then
mom,
we
man.
sing. And then we sing.
Shout out Nugget.
Yeah, so I think it was that influence, and then plus I was that kid like looking on stage and like, wow, I want to be on stage. I want to perform. And then I was still like, but I don't know what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know yet.
Yeah.
Until there was this one fine day I remember. I was playing Maple
Okay.
on that box,
This
which
still
is
primary
a
school?
computer. Yeah, primary
Okay,
school.
primary school, yes.
I was P5. Yeah, play Maple. Then after that, right, my friend, she,
Shout out to Maple.
shout out to Maple. Yeah, she MSN me. So
Wait, who is this? Who
Playing
MSN you again?
Maple.
Shout out MSN.
Shout out MSN!
Nudge,
Yes,
nudge,
yeah.
nudge.
So I got playing, then got
Wait.
got the
Sorry.
ding, ding, ding.
What was your status? What you put at the, your name and
Yeah,
then the
yeah.
line?
Very poetic, very poetic.
One then Abing one. Wow.
X, is it the X?
Oh my god.
Then X, right?
Did you put like a cheesy code
I
last
never,
time?
okay, maybe I put cheesy code. Maybe, yeah. Maybe
Wait,
I
who
put cheesy-
messaged you?
Yeah, wow, I still remember. She's in the UK now. Shout out to Tiara.
Oh,
Tiara.
shout
yeah.
outs to Tiara.
Yeah, shout.
Sup,
Today
Tiara?
we're shouting out a
Yeah.
lot of people. Yeah, because she MSN me, then she say, hey Ryan,
This is
we
your
have-
classmate.
Yeah, my
Yes, okay.
classmate. We have a Teachers' Day dance performance. Do you
Mm.
want to join us? Then I was like, sure. Then I joined. Yeah, so my very first foray into dance was got no training at all. We just learned some like routine and then we put our performance.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was like the best time of my life. I can still remember it so clearly. We used 2 songs. We used Tokyo Drift.
oh, shout out
and-
Teriyaki Boys, man.
Yes, yeah. and yeah, Teriyaki Boy. And thanks for the memories.
Wow, shit.
Yeah.
Wow,
But
boy.
Wow
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So we used that 2 song and then like we all just felt like we were the coolest shit in the world.
Nice.
Like just like
Nice.
doing that Teacher's Day performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
Sick.
very fun. Then I think from then on also, it's just the timing. It's just the timing. That period, Step Up already came out. But Step
Oh.
Up 2 came out even more. Then I watched the final scene in the Rain Run
Okay.
Moose, right? Then doing that, I was like, holy shit, I really want to dance.
But I got goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah, then I just went and continued to dance. Yeah.
Damn.
'Cause
Wait,
it's
moving
really fun.
moving into like secondary school, did your school have any dance CCA?
Have, yeah. So I
Have
joined.
also.
I joined secondary school dance CCA.
What was your
Yeah.
secondary school?
Catholic High.
Hey, shout out
Yeah,
to Cat
shout
High,
out
man.
Cat
Bishan, man.
High.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Prime supermarket.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh,
So
wow.
it was then quite conventional route. So primary school, then secondary school CCA, then NRA, then graduated, and then went on from there.
Nice. Yeah, insane story from you guys. Then lastly, for the end of part 1, what motivated you guys like to form your own like dance crew?
Wow.
Like since
Are
everyone's
we
like, you know,
referring
history
to
background.
SGD or?
SGD. yes.
SGD,
I think at least for joining this with all of them, it's the same direction where we want to like push dance in Singapore as well. Yeah, so I think that's the more formal answer, and the more informal answer is, I think they're hella dope and I want to dance with them. Yeah.
Nice.
Ah. Yes, yeah. I think it's very fun to dance in a group. I think dance is best enjoyed with like other people, like in a group setting. Yeah, then when the crew is like consistent and then know what we want to do, everyone is aligned, like don't too pattern one.
Yeah.
It's like smooth and fun. Yeah, so
bro.
that's why it's like no, but you know lah, right? Yeah, you know, right? The students, huh?
This
Late
already.
late attendance, all. You
This
know
one will confirm use for trailer.
Yeah, too pattern and kidding. Am I though?
I think for me personally, I think the crew works because everybody buys into the crew. So what growing up when I watch crews, right? I think one thing that don't really gel right with me is that whenever there's a crew, there's 1 or 2 person that gets highlighted or is slightly more popular, and then all the attention goes to that person. And
It feels like it revolves around that.
yeah,
feeling.
and
Like
I
that
always felt it's a bit weird.
Okay.
It kind of feels like a singer and the entourage.
feeling.
Yeah, but I felt like for SGD, all of us make an effort to make sure that the team is the forefront.
Yep.
So I don't go around saying that I lead the crew.
Right.
You know, and they don't go around saying like, oh, you know, I'm in this. We just like, oh, okay, you know, like when we come together as a team,
You guys are a collective.
who has
lah.
the best idea, that person leads.
Right.
you
Idea
know?
meritocracy lah. Like
Yeah.
whoever.
So and
Nice.
and everybody has an equal share in the group. So there's no like hierarchy, I
Yeah.
guess. You know, we respect everybody's opinion,
Right.
and everybody doesn't cheat the process. You know, and in dance, that's very important because it's so easy to sell out.
Okay.
Yeah. and
Define the sell.
like you know, you could just choreograph something that fits the competition rubrics
Okay.
and then score high and win.
Right.
But then, you know, did you really fulfill yourself as a crew? You know, as a crew, did we creatively improve and push and all that stuff? And those questions that we always ask are at the forefront, and it starts the whole whatever we are making.
Right.
Like even when we did the whole video series last year, like nobody asked us to do it. I just threw a crazy idea to the crew. The crew just, all right, you got this idea, let's run with it. You know, and it took us a year to finish it.
Shout out,
And
man.
shout out to you guys for
Hey,
dressing
shout
us
out to
up.
SGD, man.
You know,
Boom.
this was the pants
Bro,
that yeah.
Add the link of the video here
Yeah.
again. Boom.
Yeah, so that is one thing that I really appreciate with the crew, and I think I'm very excited because a lot of them are blossoming. You know, like I am kind of like at the tail end of my prime, maybe.
Hey,
that's
no
not
lah, no
true,
lah.
man.
Come
on.
No.
It's still the
But-
springtime of youth, man.
Yeah,
Still the springtime
like
of
Rock
youth.
Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Boom. Konoha Seppu.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So, but for me, like when I watch like these people come up, like it's just very gratifying, and it's just fun to be along, right? Yeah.
And I mean, this one not inside the question, but I just want to ask. When you guys first started out dancing, right? Like, what would you say was the toughest part about like dancing? I mean, like you all said, when everyone first started, it's always like zero foundation or whatnot, right? But getting into dance, you know, how was that? What was the learning curve like for you guys? You know, liking something and then actually doing it, right? I'm sure there's a for you guys.
I have a very interesting story because
Let's go, Ryan.
growing up, then I realized also not everyone was like that. So sometimes when I tell students, right, they get mad at me. Yeah, cause it's like so. Just now, story was like recollecting Step
Yes.
Up 2 came out, right?
Mhm.
Then they have a lot of moves like that. The isolation to the side one. Yeah. Then
My favorite.
I remember a very keen memory was I watched a movie, then I go to my bathroom, then I like, and then 5 minutes later I can do it. Then this one also. Then I'm like,
Hey, whoa,
can do
whoa, break it down.
then I was like, this one easy what, can do what. Then I became an instructor and I realized it's not very easy. So I think I was very lucky to have a certain talent.
Let's
It
go.
wasn't-
Let's go.
Just to say.
To say that
to
he's talented.
justify
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. Yeah, how's that challenge?
That's why like I was starting out for dance. What was the difficult part? Actually, it was very easy.
Oh, okay.
So my experience was my experience was very different. Yeah,
It was
because
smooth line at the
it's
beginning,
smooth,
right?
yeah. Cause then I listened to the music like 5, 6, 7, 8. I was like, then I remember
came
in
to you,
secondary
like,
school. Yeah, then I look at my friend. Hey, bro, why you cannot count? See, can hear what you cannot hear, man. then I remember they like cannot catch the rhythm. Then I'm like, how? This one's so easy. Why you cannot listen to it? Yeah. Then I was like, oh, okay.
Cancel Ryan.
It's just-
Cancel Ryan.
No, I'm just sharing. But yeah,
No,
so
fair,
it was
fair,
very
yes.
smooth for me.
Mm.
Yeah, it was very smooth. I could pick things up quite easily.
Oh, mine a
Yeah.
bit different.
Nice. Shout out Ryan, man. Wow.
Okay, I think mine's a bit
Yes.
on a different scale. Like for me, I started very, very fresh, or 17 years old. I do think I pick up fast. Like I always like, okay, Sharingan, learn. But I
Nice.
don't have any techniques or any things to back up on. So I'm musically inclined because I have band background and music background.
Nice.
But other than that, for dance wise, I don't have any genre, don't have any style. So I just blank sheet and I pick up everything.
Right.
So for me, my first 3 years was
Absorb.
absorb like a sponge.
Copy Ninja Kakashi.
But I think the only good thing for me was I really had a lot of confidence. Like
Shout outs, man.
I think then say my self-esteem is
Hey, King James. Hey.
like even though I can't catch for shit, I'm like, oh okay, I can do it better next time. Yeah. So I think even as of now, even as an instructor, when I screw up, I'm like, I'll shoot myself for it. Like bang, bang.
Right.
But I always
Pick
myself
yourself up lah.
Yeah. So I think
Never
that's
give up.
for me, even from the start.
Nice.
So not as talented as Ryan. I mean like
no,
Hey,
no.
whoa!
Don't cancel me.
fine.
This one is like
Cancel me.
cute, like Neji like that. The Kensai. You know?
Branch family.
Confirm points that trailer.
I hope we get stabbed like Neji.
Alright, so wait, what the question was, what was the hardest thing, right?
Yeah, what was the learning curve like for you from like a blank sheet all
Right.
the way to, you know?
Okay. I think for us, I would actually say I agree with Ryan. Like most of us physically we are okay.
Right.
You know? Like we don't have like 2 left feet or some stuff like that. Yeah. I think my personal blocker for learning curve
Yes.
was confidence.
Okay.
So I didn't grow up like a confident kid, you know. In secondary school I get bullied and I was a nerd and then
Say no to bullies, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
So
boom.
yeah. So when I first started dancing, like the only way for me to feel good was to actually dance. outside of dancing, I was kind of like alone. I kept to myself, and I had to learn to basically like, I guess like with myself. You know, like I had to be my own hype man.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I've learned
Important.
this when I went to America and I watched all the dancers over there, and they're like, even like they're not that great, but they're like, yeah, okay, I got it. You know, but I'm out here like
It's like half the battle.
yeah,
won
you know,
already.
yeah, I'm out here hauling ass and I don't really believe in it.
Yeah.
So I had to really make a big mindset shift. And I wanted it with my career.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is insane to try to have a career you don't believe in.
100%,
You know? So that was the biggest thing that was difficult for me. But once I made that switch, I found the confidence,
Mhm.
then everything just falls into place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, yeah, I think got goosebumps. Yeah. Also, sick. Okay, now, that's the end of part 1. Now will be the Spitfire round. FJ, take it away.
So I'll just ask you a series of this or that lah. Then you'll just say the first thing that comes to your mind lah. Like make your choice lah. Okay.
Got it.
We'll start very easy. First one, work or play.
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 Okay, nice. Cats or dog?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Cats.
Okay.
Whoa.
Why
City or countryside?
City.
City.
Countryside.
Okay, beautiful. Daytime or nighttime?
Nighttime.
Daytime.
What are we doing?
Oh!
Okay.
Interpretation. Like,
Okay.
for you, like,
Nighttime.
Nighttime. Okay,
nighttime,
okay.
nighttime.
TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
TikTok.
Okay.
This guy. This guy.
We're gonna get together. We're gonna get to that. Okay. Favorite musician. Oh.
Ooh.
Wow. Need to think a bit lah.
Wow. Right now?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now also can.
I have a few.
Okay.
Yeah. Band is of Monsters and Men.
Okay.
Yeah. Others is Joji.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Rappers I like Tiger.
Okay.
Panic at the Disco.
Oh.
Like, shit. Okay, let me think. Wizkid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Afro,
yeah.
Wizkid,
Nice.
yeah.
Then your favorite song to dance to. Like if somebody's like, hey, show me a dance move. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite song to dance to.
Like,
Okay, but I think as of
Okay.
instructors,
Okay.
we
Okay.
choreograph and dance to so many things that we kind of
Like
Okay.
almost
But
any
let-
song,
the
yeah.
one that we had a lasting memory.
Oh, yeah.
When that song come on, oh shit, like you.
Okay, for me, it's my very first competition. Yeah, that will be my song. It's some steampunk
Weird
song.
song.
Weird song. Weird song.
You let us know after that we add in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to AOC.
Yeah.
Wow, this one very tough
Oh, okay.
Like one that brings you back to a dance memory. Like even though you all have danced to so countless of songs, but that one song that wow really, like, oh that one.
Oh, okay, I know. You don't have to call Usher.
You don't have to-
Yeah.
Usher,
Those two, Usher, JT, those were my like celebrity idols
Mm.
as dancers. Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
think mine one is has a story to it also. I think it's Mirrors by Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
Not really like bringing back like a performance memory, but was more of I remember got one break like the instructor say, hey guys, we're gonna just blank to one song. Then all of us blank to one song, then all of us were like, easy lah, one song how long? 3 minutes, right? So we stand by already. Then he played Mirrors. It's freaking like 8 minutes long. We just like you the love of my life. Yeah, then we just, this one there.
Wait, how old are you? This one.
This one like year one.
Year one.
Year
Oh.
one, yeah. So that song will always bring back that memory.
Who the instructor?
Mas. It was Mas.
He can plank 8 minutes. Hey, shit. Last 8 minutes. Now can lah. Now he fit lah. Last time, he little bit chubby.
Okay. Okay, this next question, I'm gonna edit a little bit. Okay, I'm sure you guys are on TikTok. You all know TikTok dances, right?
Yes.
Here and there. What's the one TikTok dance that you love doing, or like you know?
Ooh, okay, let's
I mean,
go
for you, it's quite obvious. lah.
Okay, I think I quite trashy, so I do everything.
Okay.
I a bit don't care one.
But then,
Top three.
yeah,
Top
top
three.
three.
Or
Oh.
top one also can lah.
Okay,
Something
top one.
I think Renegade is the classic one.
Wow, yes, leh.
It started.
How-
It started from the boom.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey! Let's go! Hit them with it! Let's go!
Renegade, yeah, it's a classic.
Renegade, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I can beat you, woman.
Oh, oh, okay.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
And then yourself?
I think I like anything Afro actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
like
nice.
it's just an excuse for me to learn a new dance, and I be on an app that I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, and yeah, like Afro, yes,
Okay.
Afro is great. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
In
can.
myself, you know, Ronnie, any random freestyle also can FYP one. I'm like, eh.
We'll add the clip here.
Follow me at your own risk, okay? Because I don't actually know what's happening.
Same.
Okay. The next one, a dancer you would love to collaborate with.
Ooh, local.
Anyway.
Anyone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, pick.
Then we gotta go international. That'll be fun one.
D Glazer, collab with me, D Glazer.
Open call.
We hope it gets to him.
Hey, is he on the
Yeah, I think
He
it's
is, right?
Bieber, yeah.
Okay.
Dennis, you need to go to
Hey,
concert lah.
she's coming next month.
Okay.
This month. Boom.
D Glazer is an international dancer in America.
We'll put
So yeah, she's
lady?
Oh yeah.
boom. We'll put her image. there.
So I was in America taking classes. It was my third back-to-back class, and she came in halfway through the class just to like learn the steps. I was like, time to fool out, man.
Oh!
You better represent, boy.
Full out when got girl. Only full out when got girl lah. See lah.
At least he true to his mantra.
Fair.
True to his
fair.
mantra. I start
Fair.
dance because
It's
got
his
girls
ninja
and
way
it's
lah.
good.
It's his ninja way.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Kena cancel liao.
Yeah. What are you?
Shut up, Neji.
Okay, for me, I want to say right now, I would say Sean Evaristo. Yeah, because he's from the US, from the Bay Area actually. He was the guy that I really looked up to, and he took a chance with me.
Mm.
You know, so when I went to US, and when he opened his studio, Movement Lifestyle, and his own brand, he was like, he saw just this kid from Singapore that really wants to do it, and he's like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna help you out. You know, I'm gonna bring you around and let you teach in my studio. And like, you know, for Singaporean to teach in US is crazy. And you know, and I was just like I had no name. You know, I had no name. So he took a chance with me, and I would really love to just have a conversation with him as a dancer, and you know, not like as a mentor, and you know, just like dancer to dancer. I think that would be great.
Nice.
Yeah.
If people put image here, then boom. Hope he gets him. Ryan.
For me, I think she's this dancer from Korea, Tasha Ha. Yeah. I think it's really cool, like what she's doing with dance. I like really resonate with it. Yeah,
Okay.
cause I can tell that, cause at least for me personally, I like to explore themes that are a little bit like darker. Yeah, a little bit more
Strange.
personal and strange, like the
Yeah.
macabre also. And I can tell that she
Multiverse
likes
of
to do
Madness.
that.
It was actually a
also.
plug for the Multiverse of Madness.
Spoilers ahead. Okay.
Yeah, so I see her works and how she dances also, and
Mm.
I'm very intrigued by it also. So like, you know, in the future, hopefully, I'm not sure. Yeah, but I would love to collaborate with her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Boom. Call them. SGD.
안녕하세요.
Boom.
Okay. Can I just say?
Yes, you can.
Without the gold instructor,
Anna cancel.
I would love to
say.
collab with Melvin Tim. You know, just put a normal name out there. But I love his style, and
Let's
he comes
go.
to Singapore for RF Jam. And
Okay.
yeah, for all the camps. So yeah, if I would love to work with him. Yeah, he's a funny ass guy too. So
Yes.
Then as a collective SGD, who do y'all want to like work?
as a crew,
Yeah, as a crew,
Who ah? Who ah?
If y'all could like take a pick.
right,
Yeah,
Koryo
yeah,
cookies.
yeah. Koryo cookies.
One of the best crews out there, Coral Cookies.
Yes.
Or the company.
Yes.
Where are they from?
Yeah.
Around
US West Coast.
America.
West Coast.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Wow.
Wow, they've never really
Quiet
thought about
Yeah, we just wow.
it.
Uh,
Anything at all. Yeah.
anything else? Either like flight
Okay.
or mind reading.
Flight will really change the way you dance as well, right?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yes. Okay.
I want like an overpowered one, you know, like
Okay.
if I can imagine the power, I can hold it for like a day or two.
Wow, this guy, want everything, want the girls, want all the power. Okay. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
What name?
Shut up, Neji.
Ryan, what about
Oh,
you?
mine
Oh,
is.
you already have a superpower.
No, I don't have any
You're so
superpower.
talented.
He's manifesting
Oh,
his
no!
power right now. Oh shit.
He has it already, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's like,
mine
nah,
is-
just give me a lot of money. That's
No,
fine.
Yeah, money.
My talent is super rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to be able to go back or time travel or go back to the past to change things that I couldn't.
Wow, suddenly so deep with it. You just stare into the camera. Oh my gosh.
A lot of good material to use.
Spider-Man nowhere.
Okay. If you weren't
Sorry.
if you guys weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing? Ah.
What will you be doing?
Yeah.
I would work at
Stick up.
Just thinking of it this way,
Really?
What would an alternative career for yourself?
Yeah.
Like, you actually also could see yourself doing this.
Yeah.
It's not done.
Yeah.
We'll work at a retail store or
Okay.
like at a thrift or vintage store or at loop gums or stakeout.
Oh,
Really, yeah.
Okay.
I think I tried this as well, but I really like teaching. So my plan B, which I actually tried, was to be a teacher. So I was a PE teacher. And I
Oh.
quite enjoyed it. Just that, yeah, the bond wasn't something I was looking for.
Right.
So
Okay.
fair.
I think I'll be a businessman.
Okay.
Yeah, and I always enjoy like business concept and like people talking about business and numbers
Right.
and stuff like that. And it's either that or I would do something that deals with a lot of weapons because I like guns.
Oh, okay.
Not like violence, but just like the
cancel
just like
Ronnie.
the aesthetic of guns.
Aesthetic.
As of now, we are
you
cancelled
know,
all
like,
three
and,
of us
like
are
Iron
cancelled.
Man is my favorite Marvel guy. You know that kind of stuff.
Okay. Hello,
Like
what
a
is this,
tech
man?
guy.
FBI opened up.
a bit dangerous.
LMPD!
Yeah, so that would be my goal actually.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that weapons, eh?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I like how she went, interesting.
You say something we need to be worried about.
Okay. A dream location you would like to perform at?
Ooh.
Suddenly so silent. Because they're really thinking about it.
Yeah, this one like can see you're really.
Coachella or Super Bowl?
Oh, wow. That would be.
Or like an EDM fest or like a music festival.
Tomorrowland,
or
Tomorrowland.
Like Tomorrowland.
Oh, okay.
They invite me, I'll be
Wow.
like,
Got chance,
come
got
Kok
chance.
teach you how to dance, you know, that kind of.
Wow, for me it would be, I think Super Bowl. Super
Wow,
Bowl. That would
that
be
is-
really cool. Yeah.
That would be sick. Then as a crew, SGD, if y'all could take a stage at
Wow.
any event in the world, where do y'all want SGD like aspire to?
Where?
Where? Like a country?
Yeah, event, country, whatever competition, or that you want to see SDG on that stage.
I think the coolest thing would be as a crew we put together a show that we can tour with.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that has I don't know if it's been done before, at least in Asia. Because it's you always hear of touring like artists and all that. But dance groups is usually contemporary or ballet. But I've never heard of like a street crew that gets to tour around. Yeah, I think that would be something to look forward to. Yeah.
I think at least in the States, you have like Jabberwocky,
Yeah.
touring, and I think even cookies have travel around perform.
Yeah.
So I think in Asia it's not that common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least in Singapore, let's put it that way.
We'll do it.
Okay, yeah, we'll make it happen with
You
SGD.
heard it here first, man.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
SGD tour, let's go.
The last one, favorite outfit to wear when you're practicing.
What's like your usual like get up?
I'm in the phase now. I like to wear like long sleeve. Yeah. And then just normal sweats and Air Maxes is comfy. Yes.
Okay.
I'm an Air Force slut, so
No wonder Air Force always sold out.
Hey. yeah. But I like it because it's comfortable. I like heavier shoes ish. Then I think the whole crew shits on me because I always wear shirts like twice my size because I'm a very small size. Then my shirts are like big ass shirts. Yeah, but it's either that.
He
or
wears
some-
fila, so you know.
You know? No guys who wear fila, you know?
You know.
This
Why
is
you shading on me?
You know?
Too many you knows already. Actually, like people think you're joking, but you all think you know.
No, but
The laughter.
he's the most charming.
Hey! Green flag.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, me?
Favorite outfit to wear when like dance?
In dance?
Yeah, like your usual like go to get up.
Stick up pants.
Let's
Hey.
go.
Hey.
Boom. Let's go.
That's why we are invited.
Yeah. No, but for
That's
real,
how-
like,
thanks, man.
okay, wait. So, wait. This is not a plug. Come
Hey.
on, let me talk about it. Okay.
Hey, yes.
So, I think dancers in Singapore, we have like a herd mentality kind of thing. So let's say last time there was pure, we got song sweatpants. Everybody go buy a triple XL sweatpants and shit like that. And like over the years, like the sweatpants stuff, like you see dance trends come and go. And I think for us, like dancing is like the way we represent ourselves.
Right.
So, and when, as strange as it sounds, like wearing something that we feel good about makes us dance
Yes.
better, and it represents like that current space. Right?
Mm.
Yeah. So last time I was like a basic bitch. It's like whatever I had in the closet, I would just wear it. But now I'm like exploring shit like that, and I like the fact that I know nobody gonna have these pants anymore. You know, like when I put on these pants, I know it's one of one. It makes me feel a certain type of way.
Yep.
And then when I go into the studio and all that it carries along, and you get.
I
like
can only do me. That's
Yeah,
it,
yeah, it's that. So that's why I
Nice. Well said, well
I
said.
run this to the ground, man.
That's good, yo. That's
Yeah.
how clothes should be, really.
Mhm.
Keep wearing them.
Jumping on that herd mentality, right? So, unlike today, I usually like to wear bucket hats.
Okay.
So sometimes I can
He
actually
actually he pulls it off really well.
No, 100%.
So sometimes I see some of my students actually wearing the bucket hats as well.
Hey,
I'm like,
Trailblazer.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, I would say the bucket is actually a very like quintessential like dancer item, right? It does like
Yeah, it's
Add
one
the
of
flair.
the cool factors
Yeah.
situation.
Not everyone.
Yeah, I can't pull out that
Fair
shit.
though, fair though.
Yeah.
Can lah.
100%.
Yeah.
Look like an umbrella walking around.
I
That's
guess
what- lampshade
Yeah.
or umbrella. Yeah.
cannot.
okay, shoutouts.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are on part 2. So part
Oh,
2
cool.
deals with a little bit more personal, right? Personal level type beat. So, what do you think your family or loved ones think about what you're doing?
I think Rice one would be heavy, so I will go first.
Mine won't be heavy.
I think my parents are quite supportive with what I do, as long as they feel that I'm responsible with how I'm managing my money and my future. So they're quite supportive.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have their own bak chor mee store. It's at Ang Mo Kio.
Hey,
so
hey,
if you all want to
Go!
go,
It's very nice. It's very nice.
Give us the location of
yeah,
here.
it's really very nice.
Where is it again?
Ang Mo Kio Avenue 10.
Ang Mo Kio Avenue 10.
Yeah,
man.
that's right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What shout out the name? Shout out the name of the store.
It's some weird name that the name is by the rented owner, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't really. It's
Never mind. We put a location right
yes.
Look for this guy.
Hey,
here. Yes, sir.
I do help them out on the weekdays. So,
Oh.
Catch him too.
well, my parents are lovely. So,
Let's go, man. Shout out to uncle and auntie, man. Boom.
It's good. Good shit.
Nice. Okay.
Right, you wanna go?
Yeah, mine I think
Yes.
initially wasn't too convinced. But I think over the years now they are more accepting of it and more supportive. So I think that's a really good thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would y'all say like, I mean, at least for y'all, like, y'all had to show something to them,
Yeah.
then they be convinced.
Yes. Of course.
100%.
Yeah.
Maybe Ron, you say yours first, then what about yours?
I think with my mom,
Okay.
it's definitely easy because she gave me that one shot and it's been working out so far.
Shout out.
Yeah. But I grew up in a single parent family, so a lot of her siblings worry, like my aunties and uncles worry, and like every Chinese New Year they'll be like, oh, when you gonna get a real job? Like, is dancing a real job? Is it stable? And just shit like that. But like it's been working out well so far, and I feel like as a dancer, as long as you know how to plan it, you'll be fine. You
Right.
know, like if anything, like we got one life, you bet on yourself. You know, like
Bet on
who's to say like you won't get fired? You know. So
100%.
yeah. So
Nice.
I guess with my immediate family is great. With my extended family, yeah, it's a work in
Not as much.
progress. Yeah.
Then at which moment, like I guess in your career, right, with dance, that you all really feel like, your parents like, oh okay, actually, 不错, like not bad.
When the cash start flowing in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Practical lah, practical,
Yes,
practical.
When the cash start flowing in, you
Yeah.
see you
When they
eating
see
a little
you guys
bit
can make
better,
money, then-
taking
Definitely,
Grab
yes.
every day, and shit like
Oh,
that.
Okay. Standard lah, answer throughout.
Yes.
It's the money lah, straightforward. That's fair. Okay. Then what was the hardest challenge you think you faced as a dancer? Aside from say like I guess parental expectations, familial expectations.
Mm.
What do you think as a dancer? What are the
Not being jaded about it, cause like when you work as a dancer in Singapore, the idea of it is not the same as the actual reality. In reality, a lot of us teach, and 90% of the time teaching, and it's either that or you do a lot of shows. It's either that, and if you have too much of anything in dance, it kind of like numbs you, and then you stop putting in the time that you put in that got you there. You know, you stop kind of like having that thirst to want to improve and want to be creative and
because
stimulated.
you're comfortable.
Yeah, you know, and I think that's one of the biggest challenge I feel. So the scary thing was to actually quit my full-time position last time as a dance instructor and switch to freelance full-time, because now then I am holding myself 100% accountable.
Right.
Anything I do or don't do is up to me. Yeah, so
Agree.
that's that.
You guys? Hardest challenge as a dancer you face?
I think it's to survive as a freelancer. Like sometimes the money may be good, sometimes it to be good, it to be bad. Yeah, so like COVID, I think it's a very good example. I think most of us still struggled by and survived through, but societal norms, I guess, where they'll be like, oh, in Singapore, can you survive and everything? It's good that most of our families are very supportive of what we do. And yeah, it's just that freelance struggle that I think all freelancers will face.
Okay. Right.
I think the hardest challenge is really making sure that we balance between work and our passion. Yeah, and like striking that balance. Cause we start this as a passion, and then
Yeah.
it becomes a source of income as well.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a profession, it's a job.
Yeah.
It's professional, and sometimes if we're not careful, it can just end up being work, like dreading it and all. Yeah, I think that is really have to be cautious of it. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's protecting the creativity. Yeah, making sure that we don't accept too many jobs or over accept jobs that we might not want to pursue. Yeah, and I think
both me and Ryan have a problem of saying yes to everything.
hey, I'm getting better at that. Don't worry. Yeah.
Because you all keep saying yes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you need to learn to say no.
Yeah.
Right. To maintain a bit of like sanity lah.
Yes. Oh no, we just said yes.
I mean no lah. This
No,
not
I'm kidding.
Okay.
No.
Then at least being this one also I'm myself add on lah. But from an instructor point of view and then as a dancer point of view, I think what do you think the difference is for you guys? When let's say dancer Ryan as compared to instructor Ryan and for you guys, what is the difference you all see in yourself?
The huge difference. I think dancer right is I just dance and do my best and try to outshine everyone, man.
But you got a talent already lah.
He said.
He said. Super good dancers, he said.
Instructor, right? Being an instructor is a very heavy responsibility. It's very important to treat it with its sanctity that it deserves. Yeah, so I don't treat the job like lightly at all. Yeah, instructor, right, is like all the students are like plants, so you need to water them properly. And you need to check on the plant, see what it needs, and not every single water can feed every plant, you know? Yeah, so it really takes a lot of
Nice.
attention, a lot of detail, and just making sure that, you know, but of course we do our best within our own emotional capacity. Yeah, so I think that's one big difference. One is more outwardly towards others, one is very inwardly just doing his own thing, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very good description. Yeah.
Who wants it?
Okay, sure. So for dancer set, I think similar to Rai, we just go out, shine our best, do our very best, go for the world. Yeah. I think for the instructor part of me is really making sure that students are the priority and like teaching them. So even in my own time or like formulating the class lessons or the lesson plans or like how to make them a better dancer. So I think for the instructor side of me is really helping the students. Yeah, like what Rai said, like growing the plants. Yeah, not for me lah, but yeah. But I think it goes hand in hand. I think you need to be a strong dancer to teach well as well. So I think that's for me lah. Yeah.
For me, I would say it's everything that they said. Maybe my experience right now is a little bit different because I do teach CCAs, secondary school CCAs. That's like my main job. One of the biggest difference is that when I teach a CCA, you understand that you can shape someone's life, and that's a very powerful tool.
Yep.
And seeing them, because when you have a CCA, you have them for 4 years, you know, and my goal is to make sure that they maximize their potential in that 4 years. Yeah, but the moment I'm out of CCA as a dancer right now, I think the key thing I want to experience is freedom. Yeah, like I'm at a point where, you know, I've been through the stuff where I was competitive and I was like, no, I'm trying to be the best and all that kind of stuff. But right now at this stage, I want to be free. Like, I want to be able to express anything and visualize and externalize anything that's in the brain. Yeah, and just almost recklessly create and let the world react to it. Yeah.
Interesting way of putting it. Okay. Nice. Wow. Wow, you're all very deep, actually. Like, wow. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So, what piece of advice would you wish you could give your younger self?
Ooh.
Yeah. If you could meet younger version of yourself and then face to face, what's a piece of
With yourself.
Let's go! Boom. Okay, Seb.
You're doing great, man. Good job.
That's nice.
Trust.
Very vague, your younger self, man. Understand? Right? Like, you only got this thing to say. Trust.
Trust.
Then he will just trust.
At least you're two still okay, like trust. Oh,
He will just trust.
Yeah. Emphasize.
Wow,
What is it like?
Just trust, just go. You know, like got so many. I think it's just like so many people just doubt themselves so much. Just go lah, just try lah. You know,
No fear, just go.
Yeah, you know, just go, just trust yourself, just do it, man.
Which leads us to the next question. What would you all say to someone who wants to pursue dance as a career?
Okay. Oh,
Come,
actually
lai
got a lot.
lao, lai.
Actually got a lot.
Okay, the other one don't go first.
The
Yeah.
Tensai don't go first.
Yeah. Neji. Okay. So I think for me, it's a bumpy ride. I think especially when you start it off. Cause truth to be told, I think skills is one thing, experience is one thing, connections is another thing. So I think you need to roughly have all three to actually get a jump into that pool. Yeah. So it is gonna be a bumpy ride, and I think it's a game of perseverance, I feel. Sometimes
game of
perseverance.
perseverance, yes.
You really need to get used to working with dance as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's for me, I would say.
Okay. Ryan?
Yeah, actually I agree with that. It's like that, and also just adjusting the expectations when things don't really work your way, and when they don't turn out how you want to expect them to be. I think respond to it accordingly. Yeah, cause I think many things in life lah, but especially for dance, there will be many times that you are rejected, many times that you'll face failure. Yeah, and it's really just trying to bounce back from that and adjusting the path
So
accordingly.
would you say it's like managing expectations lah?
Managing expectations for sure. And of course also if they want to pursue, yes, the quality really need to be there. Need to be a really good dancer, but more importantly I think better person as well. Yeah, like better person. Yes.
The question is, what advice would I give to
Someone who
others?
wants to pursue
Alright.
dance as a career.
I think, let's see. I think you gotta be straight about what are you actually trying to get out of it, right? Like as if it's a dance career, what does that career entail? You know, like, are you about teaching? Are you about actually performing and dancing or choreographing? All those things. And are you trying to get famous or not famous? Because I think all those things are fine.
Yeah.
But I think what gets weird is when like I say like, oh, I'm a teacher, you know, I want to create a safe space and blah 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 blah. But then whenever I put it out there, it's always about me. You know? And I'm not saying that having it being about you is wrong, but just be straight with it.
Right.
You know? And I think you will avoid a lot of like negativity. You know, when you're being honest with yourself. And the second advice I'll give is put in the work. Don't cheat the process. Because when you cheat in dancing, it catches up to you. And we've seen it happen so many times. So just do the work.
For non-dancers, what does that mean? Like, as in, if let's say you cheat the process.
Oh, you know, like, okay, like let's say someone gets popular.
Okay.
You know, then you are maybe on a trend right now. Everybody wants to follow you and you get comfortable. You don't innovate anymore. You don't do what got you there anymore, you know, and you just kind of settle for that. And then maybe because dance trends move so fast, like you could be in that white hot space, you might be Kanye for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And then you might be Big Sean. Then nobody gives a shit.
Oh shit, last night took and down.
He got a few good songs.
You know, yeah, it could be that like instantly,
Understand.
overnight, you know, and you have to understand that the world's gonna keep moving, and if
With or without you.
and if you really don't put in the work, and you will really see the shit.
So would you say that you would recommend people, like at least like dancers, to stay uncomfortable? Because if they stay comfortable, it's like they would always be content with what they give. But to stay uncomfortable, meaning like, you know, always.
I would say right at the age, because I think a big part of dancing why we like it because we are good at it. You know, like we're not trying to struggle every day.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course.
like we want to feel like we are good dancers.
100%.
But just right at the edge, every day you're just standing at the edge. Then from there it kind of adds that space. It gives you a little bit of the expansion of that space. Then you take that another step. Step. Yeah. So I think for dancers it's important to do that. And that growth sometimes doesn't have to be in dance.
Right.
Like you can be growing creatively outside of dance that makes the dance better. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Like Ryan would like look at films. You know, or like sometimes I like to study and watch like chefs because I can relate.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I come back to dance, then I will approach it that way also. So I think right at the age is the sweet spot, you know. And yeah, I think you. What was your process like? What's the thing outside of dance? Games.
I love games.
Go.
Yeah.
Now also dance also have. Now
Yeah.
dance also have.
That helps in the dance bit.
Hey, whoa.
I think yeah, at least for most of us, we really work out a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like cardio,
Oh.
calisthenics,
Nice.
So tiring.
and stuff. So that's outside of dance as well.
So
Yeah.
tiring.
Then
Today.
yeah, I think you can learn a lot about teaching more, about music, staging, lighting, videography. Yeah, actually
Right.
there's a lot of things
I-
outside of that.
Which I think is also a very like common theme, because our previous guest was a graphic designer, And he also mentioned something about like, you know, even correct, exactly. He said that even though he's doing graphic design, a lot of the inspiration and a lot of things he learned new is always outside of graphic design. So he also tells people like aspiring graphic designers to learn things outside of graphic design. You know?
100%.
Sometimes the answers are not within the
Oh,
sphere
yeah,
that you
of
are in,
course.
you know?
Some is somewhere else.
Wait, okay, so we're almost to the end already.
Oh,
But
shit.
what would you say, you know, as Singapore dancers?
Right.
What is the difference? Maybe speaking for yourself, maybe not for the whole scene, but for yourself. What do you think the difference is comparing like Singapore dance scene or dance in general
Right.
and,
To overseas?
To overseas.
Right.
Like why are some like countries like that, like when you talk about dance, oh shit, like the States pop up, Korea pops up.
Right.
Where does Singapore lie, at least in your own perspective, and why so?
Ooh, that's a big one.
Is it okay to answer this?
Yeah.
It's okay?
It's just like
Okay.
it's the scale of the question is really huge. Yeah.
But in your own like perspective,
Right.
so at least we don't like offend like people. You know, that's what we said. You know,
Yeah.
like you know, but
Hey man, it's not like I have a following, so like I don't give a shit.
Hey.
man.
stay real, man.
Yeah.
Stay real. Hey.
Okay, so I think I can go first. Yeah. I think having traveled for quite a little bit, I think Singapore has like the best melting pot situation.
Okay.
So like we have like for a period of time we have like American dancers coming in and we have like Japanese dancers coming in and they both represent very different aspects of dance, you know, like the culture of how they train and how they dance and how American dancers train and dance, you know. And also like we are very connected with the Southeast Asian dance community, which is all growing. And because of the accessibility, like when we organize international events, everybody will come.
Yeah.
And then you get to see like the whole spectrum, the really good ones and the ones that are just starting out. So like I think for us, whenever an international event comes in, perspective is always refreshed. Yeah. You know, we'll be like, oh shit, like that's where we need to get to.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we realize that as a country, we've also moved ahead. You know, it's hard to see when you're only looking at Singapore. It's like,
100%.
is Singapore really moving along? But then when you look at the resources we have and like the constant influx of like overseas knowledge and we subconsciously we're moving along. Yeah, and like I think because of that, then it's hard to also have like a Singapore style.
Okay.
Because we are so influenced from everything
Mhm,
and to make a decision out of it is very hard. It's like how like Singapore doesn't really have a culture in a sense.
Agree.
You know what I mean? But like we do have a culture.
Mm.
Like our day-to-day lives we have commonalities.
Of course.
Yeah.
100%.
But in dance it's there but it's not being celebrated or recognized as much. Yeah. And I think maybe not in my generation, maybe not in my lifetime, but if we lean into it, then now Singapore can really become a hub for things where like people will be like, oh, I want to go to Singapore to train. Yeah, I think that would be dope, you know. And it's starting to happen. But well, I mean, there's a lot of factors, lah. You know, having the country itself appreciating dance more and acknowledging
Agree.
dance
Yeah.
more. You know, now like when we represent Singapore, we don't get a pass. You know, when I needed to represent Singapore, I had to take leave from NS to go. You know, so like there's all that stuff too. Yeah, I think that's where I see the dance scene in Singapore. We have the biggest problems to solve, but also the biggest potential to achieve that greatness.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go.
Nice.
Okay, sure, I can go next. I think top of my head, I would say Singapore actually has very good resources. I think we have very good teachers over here. We do have like Gem Republic. We do have like enough resources to travel outside. I think for most dancers out in Singapore, if they bother to save and like, hey, I want to travel to dance, I think they won't cut a limb for it. So I think that's good for us as a country. The only thing is, I would say stay hungry, because as a young dancer, you might feel like, oh, too much effort, and like they give up halfway. But if you see dancers from Japan, Korean, even when they're working adults, like 30 plus, they were still like, oh yeah, I want to go dance, you know, I want to try this, I want to try that. Even the young ones, they're trying, like people from China start like kids and they're like, oh, I like dance. But I think in Singapore, you don't see that very often. So I think it's, stay hungry, I guess. Yeah.
Nice. Ryan?
Yeah, I think I really agree with like Ron's point. It's like the accessibility, which gives us a wider vision, a wider view of like dance in general.
Okay.
Yeah, cause I think as Singapore, yes, the resources, we're quite networked to other countries, so can really tap into that and with relative ease also. Yeah, and I think it's just geographically our location as well. Like in Southeast Asia, it's easier to stay connected, and we also often like bring in instructors like overseas from the States or further away as well. Yeah, it's that also accessibility, and as well, one personal thing I enjoy is that like everyone is like friends. Yeah, and then you can have like friends from like another studio. Yeah, and then we can like train in or teach at one studio and then go for a rehearsal in another studio. Yeah, and I like really enjoy that. You know, it's like that fluidity. I think in Singapore, it is good to have that ecosystem as well. Yeah, because it just helps to create and foster a better environment.
Right.
Yeah.
So collectively, what we all say the core difference between local dancers, they maybe dancers from, like, if you could, the only difference is this for us to maybe get there.
We're not dancing for our survival.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 90% of Singaporean dancers are hobbies. Yeah, 10% are professional.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that changes the perspective, lah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, then, well, lastly, what are some future goals personally and also as SGD? What are some future goals for y'all?
I can start first. Yeah, so these few years, I think I grew quite a lot in terms of my artistry and in terms of dance. Like, it started off with I just wanted to do a video of my own, and very luckily enough, like the reception was really well, and I grew a passion into filmmaking and putting dance onto film. Yeah, so like screening dance and movement into films, short films, and more cinematic, and including like cinematography inside. Yeah, so I think one long-term goal is I've always loved 88 Rising, like as a music label, and just like the artists inside, everyone, Rich Brian, Joji, just everyone. And one long-term goal is I would love to be good enough to be able to direct an MV for them. And then the
88 Rising.
88 Rising,
Yeah,
really.
shout out.
I keep DMing y'all. Stop ignoring me. Reply me. 88 Rising.
Let's go.
Reply me.
Notice him.
So I wish, and I often tell them also I will continue to work my ass off. I continue to level up, cause it'll be the coolest shit if can direct an MV for them, and then inside got dance, and then I get SGD to dance inside. So freaking let's go. Yeah. Stop ignoring my DMs. Reply me.
Notice him,
Hey,
88 Rising. Oi.
Singapore can one.
I think for personal goals, I want to find a path parallel to dance. So like for me, as a dance, as a passion and the fire inside, I'll do as long as I can. Straight up. Then I think for teaching wise, I would love that as well. But I think for financial wise, I would love to find something that work hand in hand with dance as well. So I'm still working on that, and I think that takes time. But for SGD wise, we'll see how far the 7 of us go, whether it's to travel, to teach, to compete. I think there's a lot of things that can be done since COVID is kind of like
restrictions are lifted.
are lesser now.
Possibilities are
possibilities
wider
are
now.
endless. So
Let's go.
I think SGD is gonna pick up from here, man.
Let's go, man. The only way is up, man.
Yeah.
Ron?
Personal goals. All right, let's see. This has always been my goal. It's a very big goal. I don't think I've actually said it online, I guess.
Boom.
My personal goal at the end of the day is to make a difference in the world. Yeah, through dance, you know. And I have like people that I look up to that I feel like are icons in their country, you know. And I do hope to do that, and not to say that I made it, but I have this dream where if like a random ass guy like me managed to make it, right? Like I feel like it would inspire everybody else to go.
Yes.
You know?
That's literally
Yeah.
the same way I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, and
If this random normal
yeah,
cockroach
yeah.
can do this,
correct.
You also can, man.
Like when
Yeah.
I look at the talent
Yeah, man.
the next generation have now, it's insane. And
Yeah.
I feel like if with my talent I can go this far, you're gonna be okay.
Hmm.
You know, you just have to like I say the whole podcast, like you just have to believe in yourself. Yeah, so that's my goal. I want to really make a difference in the creative work, in my interactions with people as a dancer and as a person and all that stuff, and as a teacher also. I think for the crew, it runs parallel to that, but I think the main goal is to enjoy the time we have with each other, because we all understand that the time we have with each other is not infinite. It's finite. It's gonna end one day. And whilst we have the time, we're gonna do as many epic things as possible. We're gonna like just go for it and not let anybody put any kind of ceiling on us. And at the end of the day, when we decided to call it, we call it on our own terms. That's the goal. Yeah.
Yes, really. I think we also do find parallels in your words, and I think especially with what Ron said towards the end, yeah, man, it's really about like making a difference. And even for us, I think we've said like in the beginning, like as much as all of us, over here, we are into clothing, we're into vintage, we're into stories and stuff like that, style and whatnot. But I think at the end of the day, we are very big on conversation. It's not so much about what we put out. You're selling pancakes, apples, whatever, right? But it's the day-to-day interactions for us that, really, dude. Even if you see like our social media, even doing down to this podcast, it's really to shed a light on, people doing things that it's really an alternate path, right?
Yeah.
Not taking the path less taken.
Yes.
Right? I think it's really to shine a light on that, at least for the younger ones,
Right.
to inspire them or to shake something in them, like, okay, this is possible, to show them possibilities.
Right.
And obviously, I think it's, to uplift them and then really, it's all about positive and really to make a difference, as minute as possible. It's fine,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, thank you for today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Lastly,
you.
where can people find you guys?
All right.
you got personal
Social
and
media.
social
Social media.
SGD first.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Find
You can find us at sgd.official
X.
Boom.
X
We'll leave it over here.
with the X at the back.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. You can
Yeah.
find
So you can find all of us on our social media.
We
Yeah, you can put it here.
Put it all here.
Ryan Lim KJ.
Let's go.
Too frigging yummy.
Yeah.
Too freaking yummy. Let's go.
RonnieChen.gg. You
Let's
can find us.
go.
And also look out for our crewmates, Kylene, Carmen,
Boom.
Fish, Chantel, Benzo. Like he just stepped off, but he's a YouTuber, so we shout him out, so it will help him.
Let's go.
And also all our ex-members, that you know who you are. You know,
Yes,
you can find them through us. We're all friends.
Yes.
Just follow all those stuff.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you
Yeah.
so much,
Thank
Ryan,
you.
Seb, and Ron. Really.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Appreciate
sharing
it.
us.
Thank you.
So, and we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you in the next one. Boom. Take care. Pew, 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 pew.
Peace.
Thank you, SGD. Boo, boo, boo.
Yes, sir.